Hi guys and welcome to Drive Spark. I am Promeet and today what we are driving is the all new 2024 Mercedes-Benz E-Class, and Mercedes recently launched this car and they launched it at a price of rupees 78.5 lakh rupees ex-showroom, and a lot of changes have been done from the previous generation E-Class. So let's quickly start this video and I'll tell you everything you need to know about this luxury sedan. So let's start talking about the front end of the vehicle. Now the very first thing that you will notice is that this gets a new headlamp unit, which is completely different than the previous generation one. So obviously you get a full digital adaptive LED headlamp unit that looks really nice. You have the DRLs, you have your indicators integrated into them, but you do not get fog lamps. But what you get instead of the fog lamp housing is a blacked out element, and obviously that element has the Mercedes stars on it, like very small stars. Also the grille now is a wider grille, and that also gets the 3-pointed stars that's in 3D. Looks really fantastic. Well, you also have a lot of chrome at the front, and along with the chrome you have piano black accents. Now obviously the E-Class has been one of the highest selling cars from Mercedes lineup, and obviously now it has been refreshed and there are a ton of changes that the company has done to this vehicle. If you move to the side now, you will see that this gets these 18-inch alloy wheels, and these alloy wheels obviously look slightly similar to the previous generation one, but obviously they are refreshed, they are completely new. So yeah, they look fine, they go overall with the car's stance. And if you talk about chrome, well, you get a little subtle chrome finishing on the side. You have flush door handles, which mean when you come close to the car they pop out, and they have the fancy lighting all around with the Mercedes-Benz badging. And when the car starts rolling, then the door handles go inside, or they become one with the body, and obviously that gives a lot of character to the vehicle. Now moving on, there's one more thing that has been added. Now since this is a long wheelbase, so obviously the 15mm has been increased, the wheelbase has increased. Now on the rear door you can see you get a quarter glass that you used to get on the S-Class or on the Maybach. So now that has been carried over on the E-Class as well, and again this looks really fantastic. But one more thing that I need to tell you is that the tail light is absolutely fantastic. It has been completely refreshed, and now you get the 3-pointed star element inside the tail light, and that thing glows at night and looks really good. Also at the back you will see that you now get a chrome strip. Obviously that chrome strip run along the boot line and gives it a premium luxury feel. You get the E200 badging, you get your Mercedes logo, and obviously you get some amount of chrome that is present on the lower part of the bumper, accentuating the sportiness and the luxury element of the vehicle. Now this was the exterior of the vehicle. Now let's move on to the inside and let's start talking about the rear seat, because obviously this is an E-Class. Most of the people will be chauffeur driven in this. So let's talk about the rear seat. So the rear seat is now, it can be reclined from 26 degrees to 36 degrees, and obviously that is 1 degree more than the previous generation one. So now you get 1 degree more of recline. Obviously you can see over here you get these very soft Maybach style neck pillows on all four headrests, and obviously that gives an extra cushiony feel when you are traveling, and you can just relax in utmost comfort. Then with the touch of a button you can move this passenger seat, because obviously there is no one sitting over here and you need some more space for your legs, or you want to stretch your legs out. So with the help of the button you can move this seat from the rear left side. Well, obviously this is called the boss mode, and obviously you can just move the seat and stretch your legs, relax, recline the seat, and you are good to go. Now, obviously you have a center armrest, and the center armrest opens up and it gets a wireless phone charger, which also gets some storage space. You have electronic blinds all over, but the quarter glass gets a manual blind. Well, rest of the rear windshield blind and the windscreen and the side window blinds are obviously they are all electronic, and you get extra privacy when you put all of those up. Now you also get a 4-zone climate control. So what that means is that every passenger will be able to set their climate on their own. Now moving on to the front end, you will see a lot of changes over here. The very first change is this super screen over here. Now this is not a hyper screen that you get on the EQ series or the latest generation series, but this is a super screen. Now what that means is it gets 3 screens. 2 screens are attached, one in front of the passenger and the one that you see over here, the center screen. They both are one unit, and the cluster is again a separate unit. So yeah, this is a super screen, not a hyper screen, but again it gets a 3-screen setup. Obviously you get a lot of information about this vehicle through the screen, plus there is a camera now over there that will help you take your video calls, your business calls, whatever you want to do. So that will do the job for you, and that is very, very clear. Well, also you can take some photos, pictures while you're traveling with your family. That camera will do that. So you also used to get a fingerprint scanner over here that you can set your settings, and when you put your finger over there, the seats, the steering wheel, everything, the mirrors will adjust to that setting. Now this camera will detect your face and do the same thing for you. Also you get a round steering wheel, and apart from that you get a very comfortable front. I mean, both the seats are really, really comfortable. However, the 2 things that are missing from the front seat is that now the front seat don't get ventilated options, and the co-passenger side misses out on the memory functions. Well, also one more, it's not a disadvantage, but some people may not like it, some people may like it. Well, if you buy this car, you will get used to it, and that is the haptic touch on the buttons are now gone, and everything is a touch censored button. Even the buttons on the steering wheel and everywhere else. I mean, only a few buttons over here have that haptic touch. Well, overall looks good, looks very, very premium. Now let's come to the main part, that is the engine of this vehicle. So this gets 2 engine options, one is petrol and one is diesel. So this is the E200, that is the 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine, and this pumps out 200 bhp of power and 320 Nm of peak torque. Well, obviously the diesel engine is also a 2-liter. Now we'll be talking about this. So this also gets a 48-volt battery system, and that gives you an overboost whenever you put your foot down, and whenever the car requires some extra amount of power, it will just assist you, and that will help you to achieve a proper brisk acceleration. But right now we are in comfort mode. We are doing around 50 kilometers an hour, and if I put my foot down, well, you can see revs all the way up to the 6,500 RPM mark. Since this is a long car, it is not a very, very powerful car. The power delivery is linear. It is not that brisk. It also gets a sport mode. You get 4 modes. You get eco, comfort, sport, and then you get individual. So you can set everything according to your need, and that will do your job. So yeah guys, this was the all new Mercedes-Benz E-Class, and well, if you talk about the pricing once again, this car has launched at a price of rupees 78.5 lakh ex-showroom, and this thing is just fantastic. The suspension is good. It does not get air suspension, but the suspension setup is really awesome. NVH levels are superb. It just cuts you out from the outside world. Steering wheel is very responsive and it adapts to the driving mode. So on sport modes it will become heavier, eco mode it will become light, and you also have a cruising mode when you're on a highway and you leave your foot. The RPM drops down to 0, and basically the engine shuts off itself and you are just cruising, and the speed will drop down at a very slow rate. So you get a lot of fuel efficiency from this as well. So yeah guys, this was the all new E-Class, and I hope you like this video. If you need to know anything else about the all new E-Class, please mention down in the comment section and we will get back to you on that. Until then, if you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe to all our social media channels. I'm Promeet signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe and drive safe.